Yeah, I just cut all that audio out.
Hello, this is the Z podcast. This is episode 1.
Nah, I mean, yeah, dude, hold up. Well, we'll get our phones too on my phone.
Wait, am I talking into this mic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, if of course comes to worst, we'll just use these.
Yeah.
As our backup.
Oh shit, you got 2 phones.
Yeah, this is my old one.
Dang.
Alright.
Can
How's
that
this
hear
for
me?
drum? Yeah, I should be able to.
Nice.
Okay. Shit, bro.
Yo, we doing this.
The introduction. So, the first podcast, I'm with my man, Alex Pfister.
Hey.
And we're just gonna be talking about random shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, we wrote a bunch of topics, so we're just gonna do this shit. And I told him, I was trying to get this shit started, and I was like, I keep postponing it, and I was just like we gotta do it. Like, we gotta just jump into it, alright?
Hell yeah.
So, let's see.
By the way, I looked at the topics, but like I didn't try to like think of anything to say because I just wanted to be like fresh and like out of the mind, you know.
Shit, I was gonna wear my jacket. Hold on, let me put my jacket back on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh.
Well, you know what I'm saying? Okay. So, let's run the first topic. Body wash? Nah. That was my grocery list. So, I already have one for Santana.
Ooh.
But, right here. Alright. Which one you want to start off with? I think we should start off with expectations of being home after deployment.
Damn.
So, we deployed like 8-9 months to fucking Afghanistan. It was cool. It was whatever. Luckily, we all came back, and I remember we went on leave like a week after, 2 weeks after maybe.
Yeah, we had like 5 or 6 days back.
Yeah. So like, it was I was hyped. I was like, fuck, and I can tell you, I was pretty disappointed. But so this is why I was disappointed. Not because not because like I had my own expectation, like I was telling you, like it was because people gave me expectations, and my fault. I believed them. You know what I mean? I thought I was gonna come home to like the whole city fucking throwing a party and shit.
Like Will Smith?
Yeah, like Will Smith. And but nah, I was pretty bummed out because I think at least me myself I forgot, like, you know, people's lives don't stop. Like,
Yeah.
Like maybe the first 2 months they're just like, oh he's back, but like after like, you know, 3-4 months, you know, they got their own lives and they got their own jobs and they got their own responsibilities. But what pissed me off was the people who gave me that expectation. They were like, oh, when you get back, we're hanging out, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that. And then I was let down because they canceled on me, or, you know, they didn't hit me back up. And I know your leave was different, a different experience, because you traveled half the country. So,
Traveled the whole country, dog.
Ooh.
That shit was crazy. Well, first off, I think, how many leaves have we been on? Like 3 or 4?
Yeah, 3 or 4.
I think, like, every leave you lose a little bit more of not only, like, friends, but just contact with, you know, the people that you used to be in contact with. Because, like, your first time back, you know, it's after... Well, I didn't go back after basic because we had fucking JRTC.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, your first time back, you know, it's only it was less than a year we were gone. And, you know, you still remember everyone. Everyone's trying to figure out their shit, too. Like, some people are joining college. And but as the years go on, you know, more people are moving away. More people are getting jobs. So, like, I think it's just inevitable that you're going to lose contact as the years go by. And, I mean, that's if we were in the military and if we weren't. So, I mean, it's just life, you know, that part sucks. But speaking on what you're talking about, how friends are giving you these expectations, like, oh, we're going to hang out, and then they don't, like, that's not a real friend to me. Like, if you're a real friend, then you want to hang out with them, you know, like, you'll find the time. But if you're just going to be like, hey, let's hang out, and then hey, my bad, my dad needed me to help him with something, like that kind of bullshit. Then that's just like an acquaintance, that's someone like you hang out with every now and then. That's not a friend.
Yeah. Yeah, I think, I mean, it was eye opening,
Yeah.
Cause
which is a good thing, cause then you find out who your real friends are,
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, it's gonna suck leaving, because like y'all are my real friends,
Yeah.
And I know like I can hit y'all up whenever, like y'all be down if you're not busy and stuff like that. But like I get out 2 months, a month, and I'll be back in Dallas, and it's time to readjust, dude. Cause shit. Cause I ain't coming back.
I know.
You might come back.
Whoa, not to the army though.
Nah, man, but I'm still excited. Like, even though like it was still like it was an eye opener and it was like a punch in the gut, I'm still excited
to go back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm excited just like to be able to do what I want.
I mean, it's the next chapter in life,
Yeah.
Like we were born, and then those like first 5 years you don't remember shit. And then you got elementary, it's the second chapter. Middle, it's the third. High school, it's the fourth. And then for us, is those next 3 years right after high school. And what was that, 5? And then after that, I mean, we gotta start chapter 6. So
yeah,
starting new things is scary, especially coming from like all the stability that we have. I mean, as much as, we shit on the Army a lot and talk shit about it, like, it did financially and, like, stability-wise, it did give us a lot, Yeah. And so leaving that, it's going to be a big change. But then again, they're helping us out with college, so you always got that route to take.
Yeah.
And you're a fucking hustler, so I know you'll do whatever.
You know what I'm saying?
Shit, this guy's about to be next up and coming rapper in Dallas,
then
Texas, then the States, then the world, boy.
You check the link. It's in the bio. The new song's coming out. But yeah, dude, I was gonna say, no, I mean that was the biggest thing I was trying to get to. I thought, like, I was always saying that we thought the world paused. Well, some of us, especially me. I thought like people put their life on hold, and then I came back and they were like, all right, let's resume.
Yeah.
Nah, people move on and people do things, and and then that's when you gotta really appreciate the people who like did care and did wait and did hit you up constantly. Cause like it was like the first 2 months, like everybody was like hitting me up, cause I was posting on my Snapchat we were over there, and then like 3, 4, 5, it was only a few, and then like the last like 8, 9, it was like maybe 2, 3 people.
Yeah.
And I don't include my family in that, because my family's always gonna hit me up because they're my family. But like friend wise, it was like 1 or 2 people.
Yeah.
And I was just like I mean when I'm back for good, I'm gonna do the same thing. But like I don't want to go out because I'm lazy. I don't feel like it. But that's just cool.
I'd say I'm kind of the opposite. Like, even not only over there, but here too. Like, I don't know why. I don't like talking. Like, maybe it's just like talking on the phone, or I like talking in person like this. Like, this is cool,
Yeah.
And so I know it sounds like really shitty, but like to call, even like my mom and dad, like to call them, it's like a good minute of me like, all right, talking to myself, like, all right, you should do this. Don't be a dick. Like, you haven't talked to them in like a couple weeks, like call them.
Yeah.
They shouldn't be reaching out to you. I mean, they should, but like you should reach out to them too. And I don't know, maybe I don't know if that's a bad thing about myself. I don't know. I kind of just like, I haven't spoke to my mom or dad in like a couple weeks, and I'm like, oh shit, probably should call them. But
nah, bro. I mean, like, also, we flew the coop. You know what I mean? Like, we're out here. I noticed like with my mom too, like she always wants to be texting. I'm like Mom, like I'm busy, like I'm at work and stuff. Like it's not like I don't want to talk to you. It's like I got things to do and other things that are coming into like my life and stuff. And I think that people take offense to that. They're like, oh, you can't just text me to say you're busy, and I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Like, you don't have to get a response every time. Like, I'm gonna get back to you. Like, it's a different. I'll say it's a different story if it's like like someone like I'm friends with someone for like 5 years and we talk every day. That's a different story.
Yeah.
But just like someone that I'm like we casually talk and it's whatever. I always say like man, don't stress over that shit. You know, like I'm not dissing you or nothing. I'm just busy. Like,
I think the distance plays plays a big role in it too, cause like when I'm back on leave, and like I'm within driving or even walking distance of some of my family, like I'll just go talk to them, and again that brings it back to like maybe it's just cause I'd rather talk to them in person. So like I said, I'll just like walk over there, drive over there, have like just pop my head in, even if it's like 5 minutes or just making myself there heard and stuff. But I don't know, I don't like talking on the phone. I don't, you know what, dude, since being back, all right, today's a perfect example. Like today's my rest day from the gym. Today is a Sunday. There's like I did everything yesterday that I had to do, like wash clothes, go grocery shopping. Like I had nothing to do today basically, and so like I literally just sat in my bed and I was on my phone the whole day. And like my brain, like I was a little nervous for this podcast because my brain just felt fried from like all the just looking at my phone all day.
Yeah.
And I think I don't know, I think maybe it's the social media, maybe it's the phone, maybe it's both, I don't know, but I think just being on the phone takes a lot out of you, or maybe it's just me. But like when we were in Farah and we had no Wi-Fi, no service, no fucking AC, nothing. All I had was books, and dude, like, so I read like 8 books there at Farah in like the month or 2 months we were there. And dude, like after that, like I could actually hold a conversation. Like I was articulate. Like I just felt smarter. Mm-hmm. And then now compared to right now, like when I'm just, babbling on my phone all day, I don't know, I feel completely like the different person.
Yeah, I think like that's what I was thinking too. I was like, I wanted to hop off of social media.
Yeah.
For I don't know, like a month or two.
Mm.
But then like I have some music coming out and stuff, and plus this, I'm like, like I need that.
I'm not saying it's
that like.
Yeah.
That what's it called? That like plug, I would say, cause yeah, for sure. Like I catch myself just on my phone like this, like looking at random shit, like looking at stupid shit, and I'm just like. But I know what you were saying. Like when we were for all, like we didn't take our phones because they told us we were gonna be out there 1 or 2 days, so we didn't have anything. So luckily, like they sent us that package, the books for soldiers shit.
Yeah. And
there was a few good books in there. There was this one book called Demon Seed, and I forgot the author, but it's about like it's about this it's like a house, right? That's like it has AI and it becomes sentient. And like the house falls in love with the owner. It's a chick, and it's a very good book. It's a very good book.
I think you told me about that.
And dude, I loved it. I loved it. And then I also read like this like, they were like these detective novels, but they were like middle school detective novels. Like you could tell who was the killer like halfway through the book.
Yeah.
But I mean, it was still cool. Like I was able to talk better. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instead of just I stutter sometimes, and I was able to talk more because I was reading more, and I was just like, and it was simple over there. Like
that's what I was thinking. Yeah.
You woke up, you did guard. You know what I mean? And like that was it. When you're off of guard, you can sleep or you can hang out.
Yeah.
Know? And
I miss that. Like I miss the simplicity.
Yeah, I remember like I was like it was simple. Yeah, that was it. Like it was simple. It was straightforward, and that's all you did. That's all you had to do. And then that's all I was gonna say. That's why I think people have a big problem coming back from deployment is because then you get all these outside problems. You know what I mean? Like when we're for all, you miss your family, you miss your wife, you miss whoever you're missing, but like you didn't have to deal with the bills. You didn't have to deal with like baby mama drama. You didn't have to deal with this and that. And as soon as we get back, a lot of people got like blindsided about all these problems at once. Yeah. Because especially people who have kids, like the wife's been taking care of the kid for 9 months, and she wants a break. But at the same time, we want a break because we were out there doing our thing, and so it becomes this conflict thing, and that's why I see a lot of people are just like, I want to go back.
Yeah.
And personally, I don't want to go back, but I can see why people want to go back, and I can always appreciate how simple it was.
Oh yeah.
But all right, the next one I want to talk about is you becoming vegan, man. So when did you become vegan? Like, was it before the army or when you were in it?
So let's see. So what did we join, like August 2016? You're a little bit before me. So it was before that. Just graduated high school. My brother was vegan at that time, and I wasn't. And I used to like make fun of him, like people do to me now.
Yeah.
It's kind of funny, but I used to make fun of him. Well, first off, I didn't really talk to him that much, but when I did, it was just nothing really good came out of my mouth. But I mean, it was all ignorant, talking. Like I didn't know anything about it. I just repeated stuff that other people say, like they don't get enough protein, or this and that. So once I actually looked into it, like I watched one video and that turned into 2, 3, 4, 5 videos, how YouTube works. But then I started learning about it, and I was like, oh man, this is actually it's probably the right thing to do. I did like my own research and stuff too. But then, the army happened, went to basic, totally forgot about everything, nutrition, diet, vegan wise. And,
Keep talking?
Like they tell you what to eat pretty much anyway, so I didn't really have a choice. So yeah, I did basic for 4 months and then got out and then came to Fort Drum and realized I had to buy my own food, which is new. Which was kind of cool though, because I get a pig, everything I want, and I was trying to be healthy, and then I remembered all the vegan stuff and did more research, watched some more videos, and just slowly, like it wasn't overnight, just slowly, just cutting out things, and then it got to a point where everything I bought at the grocery store was vegan, and the only time I would eat animal products was like at a restaurant, like when I go out with friends or something.
Right.
And then one day, I remember it was at Texas Roadhouse. I don't know if you were there, but if anyone's ever been there, it's pretty hard to eat vegan there. They got like peanuts and broccoli. But I was just looking at my plate and I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, man? Just like you're just lying to yourself. Like, you want to go vegan, like just go, like just do it. And so from that day, yeah, so that was like I think that was the end of 2017, so 2018, yeah, maybe like 2 years. But I mean, there's been some mishaps here and there, like in Farah, like I ate menu 11 MRE like every day, and that's the closest one to being vegan, but it does have like egg whites or something in the main meal. And also to add to that, I think I should stop calling myself vegan, because I don't, according to like you and like other I guess regular people, I'm vegan because it's pretty weird, but to actual vegans I probably wouldn't be under their standards, because I kinda, and I still need to figure this out in my head, like this is kind of a new thing for me, but I think I agree with hunting in not all circumstances, but I'd say most. Like the fucking, like a redneck that's drinking beer, going out and shooting like whatever he wants, obviously that's wrong.
Yeah.
But like someone that's doing it for, to provide for their family, and killing an actual mature, lived a long life, has passed on his genes, all that, all that stuff. I think in those circumstances it's fine. But anyways, yeah, that was kind of a long.
No, man, you're good. I was gonna tell you, if you can grab my pants over there in the closet real quick, you can move the mic. And I was gonna show you guys if you reach in the front pocket, one of the front pockets, it should have earphones to connect. Yeah, so connect that to this phone, just in case we have we're recording on our phones also because we were messing with the mics. With the mics they might be fucking up, so we'll see. But nah, man. I mean, I remember when we first got here like 3 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
We would have arguments about
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
Big argument, and I was being ignorant too. But I think overall it was just like I don't know. I think the both of us were just fucking wilding out, taking out our frustrations in the argument. But overall,
I remember that too, and I still don't know everything. I certainly didn't know everything then either, and I think we were just arguing to argue, you know. But
yeah, I think like also I enjoy a good argument. Not to the point to where I used to go out and find an argument.
Mm-hmm.
Now like if I believe in something and someone else believes in something, I'll argue my point.
Okay.
You know, so like I enjoy a good argument because it's a resolving conflict. You know, it's it's seeing who knows their stuff, who can present their stuff properly, because you could know your shit, but if you're bad at arguing and you're bad at saying what you have to say, you're probably gonna lose the argument, or people are probably like, yo, this guy's dumb.
I'm not that good at that. That's why I had the video. What is it? The documentary.
Oh yeah.
The What the Health.
Yeah.
So I let that do the talking for me pretty much, and then.
Yeah, I remember that, and then like.
We'd pause it every now and then, and then.
Yeah.
But I was like, did you not hear what he just said?
Yeah.
I'm terrible at like. I don't know. I need to go back to Farah and like reading 8 books a day, and so I could be articulate again.
Nah, I think I've always. So I would say just public speaking in general, I've been pretty good at it.
Mm-hmm.
And then like in high school, like junior, senior year, I got really, really good at it because I was in that JROTC program.
Okay.
And I had to I had to like give presentations every Friday, but a lot of the time it was like my friends and stuff. But like a few times I had to give like a speech in front of people, and I think the most people I've given a speech in front of, I think it was at least 100 people, but I think there was 200 people in there. And I was picked as Lighthouse, which Lighthouse in our school was like a teacher picks somebody who thinks they most improved throughout the year. I believe that's what it was. And in JRTC, our colonel, he picked me, and I was kind of hyped because I was my senior year, and that's the first time I ever got picked for that award. But then he's like, "Oh, you're also giving a speech," and I'm like, "Fuck." And I remember it's 3 people that give their own speech, and like I remember. So I forgot what the first. It was 2 girls and myself. I forgot the first girl I was talking about, but then it was me, and I just said some bullshit, you know. But it was I was able to like look like balance looking at the crowd and looking down.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to balance that, so I wasn't just looking at the paper, and I was able to talk.
Terrible.
And
at that.
I thought it was very professional, and then like the 3rd girl gave like this crazy sad story, and I was just like,
oh.
I was just thinking like, I'm not supposed to be up here. I don't have like a Rocky story or like a redemption story. I just.
She was after you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, so I sat down and then she went.
At least you didn't have to follow that up.
Yeah, because I had to follow that up. I would have gone out there and like, I can't follow that. Nah, but I was like, and after that, like I was very good at public speaking, and I remember like I was even walking the halls. And like some teachers were like, "Oh, that was a really good speech. Like you're gonna be something one day." And I remember back then I was thinking like, "Oh, I want to be the sergeant major of the army."
Yeah.
And then now I'm just like,
oh my god.
Now I'm just like.
That is so crazy.
And like, dude, and like people believed in me, like the in JTC, like the colonel, the sergeant major, they believed that I could make it make that stretch.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe if I chose a different job. I didn't fuck up my body so much, maybe.
Yeah.
But I think I would have hated it regardless. Like, I hate it, but I'm glad I joined. Like,
oh, yeah.
Experiences, the people alone carry this. And, but it's crazy that at one point, I was like, I want to go Ranger, I want to go SF.
I think we all had that because I was there too.
Yeah, because like when I went to our recruiter office, like, I'm glad he didn't have any slots open or he didn't want to. Because My body is like fucked up now, and I couldn't imagine if I actually like joined the actual like some crazy ass group, and I'd be fucking twisted. I'd be twisted right now.
Some things just work out in life like that. Like for me, like I kind of have the same or a similar story. So I was joining, I got option 40, which is a ranger contract, but then I got denied like a month later because of like an allergy to peanuts, and then so I had to go back. I had to get a letter from a doctor, a whole fiasco, and ended up getting back in, but this time I didn't get the option 40. And at the time I was so mad. I was like, oh my gosh, my future, like I can't believe I didn't get it. I'll not be a ranger now. But now, like 3 years later or 4 years later, like looking at that, I'm like, oh my god, thank God. Like like you said, my body's bad now. Oh my gosh, can't even imagine.
Exactly. I was and I'm glad like people do like 6-year contracts. Like
people do fucking 20.
Well,
you like that?
Off the bat.
Oh, like Panzak?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Like 6 years, and I did. Of course, I did 3 years. You did 3 years, right?
Yeah.
And dude, I couldn't like. I remember the first day in the military, 30th AG. I was sitting there on a bench, and I was like, this isn't for me. But like, I was like, this isn't for me. Like that first day, I knew it wasn't for me.
Yeah.
But like, I didn't quit. I think part of it was because like pride. I was like, I'm not gonna be known as the guy who quit.
Yeah.
But another part of it was like, I said I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
And I'm glad. Like I said, I'm glad I did.
I think 30th AG is worse than basic and every field prom, and just these whole 3 years put together. 30th was worse than all of that.
Yeah.
I hated 30th so much.
I hated like the first week because I was there for like 2-3 weeks because they kept pushing us back.
Yeah, same.
But the second and third week, I made some pretty good friends, and like we were just acting the fucking fool.
Really?
Yeah, we were just acting the fool. So like it was cool, and then finally we got sent to basic, and basic's whatever. I mean like basic's trash, but like you gotta go through it. You gotta pass that filter to be able to make it. And but yeah, dude, I was like the first day I was like, fuck this, man. Like I'm done. I'm not doing this shit.
So even though I say I hated it, I was so excited. Like even throughout 30th and throughout basic, like every day I was like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening. Like cause my whole even like from as early as I can remember, like I just wanted to do the army. Like that was my always plan A. Like I never had a plan B. So to live so I probably started thinking that like 7 years old, and then when I joined 17, and then went to basic 18, like that whole time, and then what was that, like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years, and then you're finally there. Like dude, every day in Georgia I was like, I can't believe I'm here. I can't believe I'm here. And now here we are 3 years later.
Here, real quick, I'm gonna stop the recording so I can reset the camera.
Oh shit, it's already been 30 minutes.
Yeah.
Damn.
1 minute I want my girl to hold me, the next I want my bitch on her knees. I'm more than one of my brothers is for a drug or D. The next week I'm on the same ecstasy. I want peace but industry thinking maliciously. I want a loyal girl but can't stop fucking with these hoes. I'm always loving the same things that I woe. I understand the issue, I understand the plan. Hypocrisies that won't make me a better man. My acknowledgement. This next topic, fucking exercise in the army.
Wait, what was that last one?
That one we just veered off.
I know, we go on so many tangents.
Yeah, I want to talk about exercise and injury because, I mean, I think we've all experienced some type of injury because somebody didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah.
Like even recently, like I was hyped recently. Like I'm not gonna mention no names because I don't want to get fucking prosecuted after I upload this, but like they were telling us like, okay, we're starting up this new program, like it doesn't matter if you're a high rank or a low rank. If you know exercise, then you'll be in charge of a group, and then we'll have ability groups for that. Like
I heard about that.
Yeah, like if you can't lift heavy, then you'll be in the disability group, and we'll work with you. If you can lift kind of heavy, you'll be in this one. If you can lift really heavy, you'll be in this one. And then there will be someone in charge of each group to help people work out and help them show the right form and shit like that. And I was like, dude, that's a good idea, because they were saying like there's people who've been in who are just like, suck it up, we're gonna do this and that, and that's how you get hurt. And they're like, no, there's people who have knowledge on how to work out, what you should and shouldn't be doing, and they should be the ones leading the group. And I was hyped. I'm like, dude, that sounds awesome. And then, you know, they told us this in Afghanistan. We get back, and it's the same thing, like as it was before. It's it's like one or two people leading that, like, they like whatever routine they have works for them, but it doesn't work for everybody. People are different, and that's what bothers me the most, because man, you're able to do the circuit back to back, but somebody who's not used to doing that, they're gonna get hurt if they try to do what you're doing. They're gonna get hurt if they try to do the same weight or the same reps that you're doing. And that's what really bothered me when we got back. I was just like, man, like, either someone lied or someone said never mind, or they forgot. So
yeah, because I heard about that, but I never saw it go through.
Yeah, and I was really, I mean, even now I'm just like, that sucks. Because then instead of looking forward to like a morning workout, waking up at 6, starting to work at 6:30, you're just like, I don't want to wake up.
Yeah.
Like my back hurts. Like
There's no way to start the day either.
Yeah. And like, I've always seen that, like, if I work out in the morning, like throughout the day, I'm more energized. And I feel more loose, especially my legs. Like, my legs feel looser and they feel nice. But at the same time, if we're doing like, for example, let's say we have a list and it's like, all right, we're gonna do a leg press, and then we're gonna do this and that, and then, all right, we're done. And then at the end they're like, all right, fuck it, we're gonna do a competition, or we're gonna do this until you get, like, you burn out or give up, see who's the last one. And it's like, man, you didn't include that in the little blueprint, and now people are getting hurt. Like, then that makes me think, like, okay, so from now on when I work out, I'm gonna give 50%, because at the end of it, there's gonna be something that's gonna burn me out.
Yeah.
Like instead of like having a set plan where I can give my like 80, 100% in each event, and at the end of it, I'm tired, but I'm good tired. I'm not tired, like, I'm not fatigued to the point to where things are starting to hurt in a bad way. And that's what I was always thinking, like, bro, you mean you figure this out? But
it is hard to figure out, because like on one side you want people, or on one side you want like the camaraderie, you want everyone working out, doing the same thing, but on the other side, like, everyone's different. Like, everyone, like you said, they have their own strengths, their own abilities. People are more flexible than others. People have better cardio than others. So it's just like finding that medium, and I don't know what that is. Like, I've tried, because like, remember when I did that yoga class before a PT test?
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
Yeah. We're right here.
Yeah.
In the CQ desk area.
Yeah, like, that got me like really inspired to, like, I almost like made like a whole plan, and went to our PSG and like presented it to him, but that never happened. But anyways, like, during that time, like, I was thinking, like, how do I fix this? Like, how do I make it so no one gets hurt, but everyone still gets a good workout, and this is the biggest part, like, everyone's like motivated to work out too. And it's hard. I think cutting it down to maybe squad level, that might help, because you have 7-8 people instead of 20-25 people, and it doesn't have to be like your actual squad. It could be like kind of like the ability group squad. It's like A, B, or C. But one thing to look into could be like CrossFit classes, because they have all different walks of life of people, and those coaches, I don't know exactly how it works, but I'm pretty sure like they all do the same workout, just different weights and stuff, But then again, they do like 30-minute warm-ups. They do, and that brings it back to, like, remember in basic, like, we had to do all the stupid drills and stretches and stuff.
Yeah, the PRT.
Yeah, like, you think it's stupid then, but like, dude, I felt great during basic. Like, I I don't think I was injured at once. Like, I never really hurt during basic, and I think it's because of that. Like, because we actually did the standard, like, did the actual warm up, and then with Lieutenant Wheeler, like, he's very knowledgeable on that stuff, and like before with, I don't care about, I'm throwing out names left and right. I don't care, but Lieutenant Ingleson, we were just like, oh, a 6 mile run, all right, let's go, and then we just fucking run, and like we were all broken with him, and we were rucking a bunch with him.
Yeah, and like the crazy thing with that is like when we went for a run, it almost always be me and you finish with him.
Yeah.
You know? And it was like, yeah, cool, but I was weak as shit. Like I couldn't squat, I couldn't bench, you know, because that's all we focused on was running.
Yeah.
And it was like that's not the whole job.
Yeah.
Especially infantry, you know, you have to carry shit. You have to be able to work past fatigue. You have to be able to work past muscle failure, and I think that was a big one. Like people, they dreaded because we're like 5 mile run, like back to back, or even like every other day 5 mile run. Like, bro, that's like what's that doing? Like, like that's just, I don't know.
It's
like,
one thing to like build up to that, you know, because like there might be 2 or 3 people that can do the 5 mile. There might be like some others in the middle that are struggling, but they can still, you know, complete it. Maybe not first. And then there's like the stragglers that always fall out, and then what's the answer to that? Oh, just yell at them and tell them to hurry up. Yeah. That's the part that I hate. Like,
I agree, because like it's a different story when someone's cheering you on, because especially with like for example in Afghanistan, when I was at the gym, I was hitting the bench press, and I forgot how much weight it was, but it was a lot for me, and I'm not that big, but still, I was pushing up, and I started struggling, and I think it was Wildsmith, or somebody, and they were just like, come on, go, you can do it, and like them saying that like pushed me to get it up, and then I put the bar back, and now if I was doing that and he was like, hey, like, pick it the fuck up, you're fucking trash, or what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
I would have got annoyed.
Yeah.
I would have been like, hey, pull it off of me, and I would be like, what's your problem?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And same thing with running. Like, I mean, also like running is different because like, I know people, they run to fatigue, and you yelling at them like, go, like they're already at their limit, and maybe you yelling at them push them a little further, but they're not gonna make it to the end. I promise you that, unless we're like right there.
Yeah.
But I can promise you that like all you're gonna do is like frustrate the whole everybody, because I get frustrated even if they're not yelling at me.
Yeah.
And I mean, that's a big thing. Like, are you there to motivate people, or you're there to demean people?
Yeah.
You know, like that could lead to the next thing. Like, what type of leader do you want to be? Do you want to be somebody that someone's like, okay, I want to catch up to him, I want to beat him, or do you want to be somebody that someone's like, oh damn, I'm gonna get it now because I didn't keep up. Oh, like, you know what I mean? And like, there's always a balance. I always say there's a balance. There's a balance between being strict, and there's a balance between being fair. Like, I always say strict but fair, because you can't just like walk around and expect people to respect you just because you scream loud. You can't expect people to respect you just because you know, you treat them how you were treated. Like think about like kids. Like, say for example, I was something traumatic happened to me, and I was like abused as a kid, and I have a kid, and I'm like, fuck it, dude, I'm gonna do the same thing to you because it happened to me. Like, no, like if anything, I should try to improve his life. I should try to show him something better. Like, tell him what happened to me, if it, you know, and tell him like, you know, how to, if that were to ever happen to him or something of that sort, how to overcome it, instead of just doing the same thing, and it just creates this giant chain of people who just you know, attack each other because they're saying, oh, well, you know, it was harder for me when I was back in the day, and I'm like, well, how'd you feel?
Yeah.
You know, how'd you feel? Like,
you see that a lot, like, oh, I got smoked as a Joe or as a private, so I'm gonna smoke you, you know. And
I know there's people arguing like, oh, stop being a wussy, suck it up, and it's just like I'm here, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't quit, but that doesn't mean I don't have an opinion on the subject, you know, and that's the things that deter people from re-enlisting. Like, I'm not saying like if I had a fucking golden ride I'd re-enlist. I'm just saying like some people like they're on the edge of teeter-tottering. Like I made up my mind the first day, but there's people who are like I might stay, I might not. I might stay, I might not. And then they get back to people yelling unnecessary commands, people echoing things that don't make sense, and it's just like bro, I don't want to deal with this. Like you're annoying to me. Like at least when I'm out, I can be like, yo, shut the fuck up, man.
Yeah.
And there'd be little to no consequences depending on the situation, and like
there's a time and place to yell and be strict and this and that, but when you're falling out of a run and like you physically can't run faster, like yelling at them or like it never works.
Yeah. And that also leads to like mass punishment.
Yeah.
I think mass punishment works rarely. I think it's like I've only seen it work a few times to where it was like somebody felt really bad that everyone else got fucked up because of them. And other than that, usually it's like a piece of shit guy who gets everyone smoked and everyone hates him and everyone's like, man, what the fuck's your problem? I hate that, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck you.
Bell Baldwin.
Yeah. And it's like via.
Yeah.
And it's like fuck, I was my train of thought. Yeah. So instead of them being like, oh, I feel bad because they got smoked and I'm gonna do better, they're just like, fuck y'all too. Yeah. And I even saw one time he just stopped doing the workout and we still continued getting smoked, and it was like,
oh yeah, I remember that one.
yeah, I'm like, bro, we're getting fucked up right now because of you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I think mass punishment's dumb because you could be doing good, you could be A1, and then you're still getting fucked up because homie over here doesn't want to listen or doesn't want to run fast enough or doesn't want to talk, and then they want to say, oh well, you need to watch out for your battle buddies and correct your battle buddies. I'm like, that only goes to a certain extent because like we do try to watch out for each other. But then when the person doesn't want help, what do you want to do? Like the saying, fucking, you can take a horse to water, you can't force it to drink. It's the same thing. We can try to help them and we can try to, like figure out what's going on. But if one, they're acting like a bunch of assholes, and then two, they don't want the help, what do you expect us to do? Jump them behind the barracks? Like, no, man.
Yeah. It just sucks because like the army just accepts everyone pretty much. Like 9 out of 10 people they'll accept. And so you get like a lot of shitty people, and you know, instead of weeding the people out like in special forces, like they weed all the shitbags out. That's why they're so successful, you know. But in the the lowest of the low infantry, we just take everyone and then we keep everyone. Every now and then they'll get chaptered out, but even that process takes forever, and so we're just stuck here with. Half of us are shitbags and the other half are, well, I'd say it's about a third of us are shitbags, a third of us are like in the middle, you know, just doing our time and then getting out, and then the other third are like, you know, the guys that are gonna re-enlist, they're actually good leaders or actually like just kiss asses, and that's another story. So yeah, we're stuck with like a third of these guys that are shitbags, and we just have to deal with it. And I think that like in the PT and in the field, like it just brings us down. And but yeah, mass punishment controversial, but I would say, like you said, it works in some cases, but most it doesn't.
Yeah. And
again, it depends on the person. Like Via's a perfect example. He just stands up right in the middle of us getting smoked, and he's just like, oh, I don't care about these guys, I'm just stand up because I'm too tired or whatever. Like, God, that's just, he's just one of the shitbags, you know. Thankfully he got chaptered out, so.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I was thinking when we were just saying that the people smoking us, like fucking Brennan and Dami and them, I was thinking like, I think Rivera came, but I was thinking like, bad leadership can teach you just as much as good leadership.
Yeah. Because
I remember seeing them just act like a bunch of dickheads and assholes, and I'm just like, I would never be like that.
Yeah. When
I become that rank, and like good leadership can teach you like, I want to be like that. I want to be able to strive to be like that. So I was just thinking about that because I was like, fucking dickheads, man.
Yeah.
Like that. I think one of them got kicked out, and other one's in Texas somewhere.
Yeah.
Like,
driving buses or what?
Some shit like that.
No, that's a good point because my short time as a team leader, like I did exactly that. Like I took the good stuff from good leaders like Sergeant Derma. I took a lot from him, and then like shitty leaders, I took a lot from them too. Like what should I not be like? And a lot of it was just pretty much what we've already talked about. And but then that gets into me getting kicked out of that team leader position because I saw what people were doing and I didn't want to be like that. So I told myself, all right, I'm not going to be like that. And then this goes into another topic where even if you're trying to be the best leader you can, the leadership above you will still try to mold you and make you
like their image.
Yeah.
What they want you to be.
Yeah. So I didn't like that. I wasn't going to smoke people for no reason. And I'm not a team leader anymore. So.
Yeah, bro. Like it also teeters to the like, fuck you because you're lower ranking than me.
Yeah.
What? How did what like? You know, it's a different story. Like it's a different story if I'm a piece of shit and like you call me and I'm walking and I'm disrespectful. Yeah, man. Like smoke them, and if smoking doesn't work, paperwork. But if like I wouldn't say I'm not even on point. Like if they're trying, like why would you fucking do that? Because that's gonna discourage them. Mm-hmm. It's gonna unmotivate them. You know. Fucking that taboo word because they get all fucking crazy if you say someone's unmotivated, and yeah, that was bullshit, man. When they fired you, when they took you out of the position, I was so angry because like we had such a good squad, and we had good team leaders, and we were working together, and then they take you out because you know you're not what you. Okay, so let me rephrase that. You're not what they want you to be. You know, you're not what they want you to be, and it's just like, bro, like, is that how it is? Like, now everyone's scared. Now now everybody's scared to say something to contest somebody because they don't want to get kicked out of the platoon. Yeah. And,
just after that, it just, that bred, like, that was just a weird environment and a weird vibe that, I mean, I guess it still kind of is, like, with the whole new 3rd Platoon leadership. And, yeah, it's just, the point is, that's just shitty when you think you're doing good and then the leadership above you tries to make you a certain way and you think you're doing the right thing and then you get fired because of it. So it's whatever.
Yeah, dude, fuck that shit.
2 months left, right?
Yeah, 2 months left. 1 if you don't try to fuck me. One of the last things I want to talk about is injury and mental health stigma in the Army. You know, that's a very big one for me. Like, I'm a very big advocate for mental health specifically. Like, if you're going through some shit and you need help, go get it. If you you know, like, don't fucking hold out because you know, next thing you know, you're in such a low place that you know you don't want the help. You're in such a place to where you're just like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this anymore. And I noticed, I mean, like, we've all noticed, like, if you go to BH, you're almost instantly labeled a shitbag.
Behavioral health?
Yeah. And you're almost labeled a shitbag, you're faking it, you want to get out of a field problem, you want to
sick call.
Not do PT, exactly. And the crazy thing about sick call, and I don't know about BH because I've never heard of people going. But for sick call specifically, you have to get a signature from higher. Yeah. And it's just like if they don't even push it up, then you're fucked. You know what I mean? So then you just gotta suck it up. And even with sick call, like my Wildsmith, for example, he went for I forgot what he went for, but the medics at the aid station were like literally looking up a YouTube video. On like in the room on what to do on like, you know. And when I went for my back, which I'm going again for my back later on this month, at first they were just like ibuprofen, and then second they were like, here's a pamphlet of stretches to do. And I told them, like, that's not the problem. It isn't because my back's sore, it isn't because I'm sleeping wrong. Like, my back's literally curved. Like, I need an x-ray. And they were like, all right, if you come back next time, we'll do an x-ray. And hopefully when I go in this time, they're just like, all right, we'll do this X-ray and check out your back. But like, that was crazy when he told me that. Like, this man's watching a YouTube video. This guy's straight out of basic watching a YouTube video on how to do it. Like, how about you train him instead? Like, hey, if someone comes in for this and that, or have someone supervising. You know, like if you, and then when I think this was a separate incident, but when he finally got somebody who actually knew what they were doing to look at his injury, they were giving him a lot of attitude. They were just like, oh my god, you know, I'm like, and then finally when they looked at his injury, they were like, oh shit, you're actually fucked up. And then their mood changed, and they're trying to help him out right now. And it's like, why do you have to go through that much bullshit to get help?
The whole system is just fucked. Like you said, just to even go to sick call, you have to jump through hoops. I mean, I think now, like, they can't, like, keep you from sick call. They'll, like, ask you, like, are you really hurt?
Yeah.
Or, like, if they're a shooting leader or whatever. But most of the time, if not all, I'm pretty sure they have to, you know, let you go. But then once you get there, you know, like you said, the medics, they're combat medics. They're not, like, physical therapists or not this and that.
That's true.
And they don't really do much. They just kind of sign you and move you along to the PA. The physical assistant or...
I think.
I don't know. But the captain, so, and then once they check you out, same thing that happened to Watson. So I went because I have a cyst that I've had for 2 years. Like, I can't, because it's, like, right on my tailbone. Like, it hurts when I do sit-ups, and it, like, pops every time, and then it just comes back. So 2 years I've had this, and I just sucked it up because, you know, like you said, there's the stigma, like, if you go to sick call, your shit back. Now that I'm getting out, I'm like, oh shit, I gotta get this. Not only that, but like other stuff too. I gotta get all this fixed. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm going to sick call. So I went there. Medics literally had to look it up in the book. They didn't use YouTube, but they looked it up in one of their books. And then they sent me to the PA. And it wasn't Captain Wyman because he was on leave or something. It was like the 214 one, so I had to walk down there. And she's like, oh yeah, it's fine. It'll go away. I'm like, no, it hasn't. It's been there for like 2 years.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, that's what they do. It'll go away. I'm like, what? Like, so just to get anything fixed, like, you have to jump through so many hoops. You have to prove this, and like, in the civilian world, you know, like, if you have a problem, you go to the doctor and they diagnose it, and then they give you X-rays, like, right then and there, probably. Well, then again, the civilian world, it's like a business, the medical, you know. So they kind of want to do all that to take your money, but I mean, you end up getting fixed, which is what you want to.
Exactly.
Like now, like, not only the cyst, I got some other problems too, but another one is from wearing the saw, the 249 on this shoulder for like the second half of deployment. Like, this whole side is literally like this. Like, if I take off this jacket, especially like when I raise my hands like that, like, bro, it's like that. And like, I can like feel, like, I can feel like I can move it right now. And I'm just thinking, like, is there even a point to go? Because, like,
you're probably just gonna fucking...
Yeah, like, I get out in 2 months. Like, it'll probably be, like, 6 months till I even get an x-ray. So, it just sucks. But, I mean, we have the VA when we get out. Like, well, that is the good thing. We'll always have the VA. But, I mean, I've heard that's even longer.
I've heard the VA is it's a rough area.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see.
Yeah.
I mean, we're about to experience it, but... Alright. I mean, yeah, Rivera's back. But I mean, that's mostly it. We're about to hit our time anyways. So shit, man. I think this is a successful fucking...
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Hell yeah.
So if you're watching to this point, I appreciate it. If you're listening, you know what I'm saying?
I totally forgot the camera was here this whole time.
Yeah. I kept looking over periodically to see if it was recording.
Yeah.
But either way, man, like, I'm gonna review it. I don't think I'm gonna edit it. I think I'm only gonna edit like when I turn off the camera, turn it back on.
Yeah.
Other than that, I think I'm just gonna keep it like straight shot, and then I'm gonna try to figure out if I could put it on iTunes for a podcast and shit. I mean, that'd be pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
But shit, man. Thank you, bro.
Dude, hell yeah.
For real.
Yo,
I'll probably have you on here again, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, this is, even if we get like 1 or 2 views, like, fuck it, like, that was cool just to, like, to talk, cause like, it's a different vibe, or not vibe. It's like, it's just a different setting, like, having the microphones and the camera, like, it kind of like forces you to be more articulate and like I don't know. That was just really cool.
Yeah,
so.
And plus, like, when we're fucking old as fuck, and we're like, hey, let's go look at the fucking YouTube video, what the fuck we were saying and shit.
Oh, that'd be dope.
Alright, man.
Hell yeah.
Thank you for watching. Peace.
Hell yeah, that's cool.